Okay guys, I'm back and I have set out all of my um, face and skin products. So I'm going to get into what I use and how I use them and whatnot. So here we go. So first I'll start with my skin products. What I use on my skin, and it's this stuff in the corner. Um, I tend to use the Neutrogena fresh foaming cleanser to remove makeup. It's blurry. It's a makeup remover and cleanser in one, and sometimes I use this to get my makeup off and cleanse, and then most of the time, a majority of the time, I use the Clean and Clear Morning Burst to cleanse and whatnot. Every other night, I use the St. Ives Apricot Scrub for blemishes and blackhead control. For me, it's mainly for blemishes. But that's what I use. I tend to use this. When I need to doctor up my skin, if I get a breakout, like when I got sick, I get breakouts. I'll stop using the St. Ives and I'll use these pore cleansing pads from Clearasil. Usually in about 3 days, my face is clear. I also have the foaming face wash that goes with this, and I'll use it for like 3 days and then I'm done until I get another breakout or whatever. And then of course I have my moisturizer, which is Olive Olay Complete, and it's the all day moisture lotion combination to oily skin. Then I use, depending on what type of face I'm doing, if I'm doing tinted moisturizer, I don't bother with primers. For my tinted moisturizer, I just use this little Maybelline Mineral Power. I bought this at the drugstore. Did not like it, so it sat in my case for a little while. And then when I started doing a tinted moisturizer, I mixed the two, and it gives just the right hint of a tint on the face and still moisturizes, but it's very light, good enough for our triple digit weather. When I do a full-fledged foundation, I use a primer, and I have a Sally Hansen airbrush primer, and then I have the MAC Prep and Prime. Both of these are comparable to each other. There's no difference. The only difference is this is an aerosol can, so it's foamy and you spread into your hand, but the consistency is the same once you rub it on your face. This is a lotion type consistency, but they pretty much both do the same job. I've worn them both. I've worn them both to church, and y'all know how hot it get in church, so they both do the job. For my cream or my liquid foundations, I have a couple. That's not liquid. I have a couple, but I don't use them all. These are really the main two that I use. The MAC Studio Fix Fluid. This is NW30. That's my winter and spring color. And then the Becca foundation. This is my summer fall. And you can get this at Sephora. I used to wear Clinique. I stopped wearing it. Don't really know why I stopped wearing it, but I still have some. So, and then I tried again to buy a drugstore foundation, but it does not work for me. It's too ashy. I don't like ashy stuff on my face. Then I'll get into my powders. I have 3 MAC Mineralized Skin Finishes. This one is medium deep, and that's what I wear in the winter and spring. It's a lighter shade. That's warmed, and that is like an all over glow for me. Sometimes I do that in the summer. You can do it in the winter too. And then that's dark. This one is called dark, and that's my summer fall shade. This is Becca powder, and as you can tell, I have used plenty of it. Love this stuff. And I also get that at Sephora, but that's a winter color for me. This is a Jane, what is this? Bronzer highlighter. It's really good. I like it. It was a buy one get one free item, and so I got that. And then I also got the the mineral powder, which also surprisingly works really good on my skin. Like I say, drugstore foundations and powders usually don't work for me, but I found that this one is really pretty good. Then I have my my blushes and bronzers. I have 3 of the Maybelline mineral blushes. I have a lot of NYX. These are all NYX. This one I use for contouring because it's too dark for my skin tone to wear on my cheeks. So I use it as contouring. This is a bronzer by Milani. I use that as well. Of course, that's my eyebrow powder. This is a blush from Tropez, and it's a beige. And I can't get it open, but it's pretty good. This is a beauty powder from MAC, Drizzle Gold. Use it as a highlight, or again, just like the Warm, you can use it as an all over glow. So, or you can use it to highlight certain areas. These are all of my concealers. I have the L'Oreal True Match, which I really like. It works really, really well. This is a Tropez concealer stick. It's like $1.99. For $1.99, this is some good concealer. So if you are on a budget and you really need a good concealer, I would give this one a try. I've used it before and I like it. This is a Stila concealer. Love it. There's nothing more I can say about it. It perfectly matches my skin tone. It's like one shade lighter, but it perfectly conceals. It really does. And I'm almost out. That's why I haven't used it. I use it on special occasions. But that's a good one. The Select Cover Up. I'm not really a fan of this one. It's kind of cakey. You would think that the pot would be cakey, but this one actually, it tends to cake up on my skin. But other than that, it does do the job of concealing. Then this one is the one that I just used, and I use this one the most actually. It's an all over concealer. I mean, it really does the job well. I don't feel it on my skin. You would think because of the heavy consistency that you would feel it, but I really don't. So that's a good one. And then these are the face brushes that I tend to use the most. I kind of went over some in my foundation tutorial. But this is my blush brush that I use to apply my blush. This is also a special edition MAC brush, and it's the 129. My, again, foundation on one end and concealer on the other. And this is an Essence of Beauty brush from CVS. A concealer brush from CVS. I use this for applying my eyebrow powder. This is a Sonia Kashuk small angle brush from Target. I think it's like $9.99. Foundation brush from MAC, and it's the MAC 190, but it's a special edition. MAC 187. Love this brush. Airbrush look every time. I got this at Big Lots, but it does the job. So I'm sure y'all know what that is. Coastal Scents brush. This is the buffer that is very popular, I see. And it does the job. I really like it. This is an Essence of Beauty powder brush. It's okay. I use it from time to time. Nothing to write home to mom about. But if all of my other brushes are dirty, I tend to pick this. Why? Because it won't stop shedding. Washed and washed and washed, and it just will not stop shedding. The Studio Tools, the cheap brushes at Walmart and Target that are like $2-3, they have a Kabuki brush. That brush is a lot better than this Kabuki brush from Essence of Beauty, and this brush was $10. So I won't be buying no more of those. And then this is, of course, the Coastal Scents Kabuki brush that I really like. It really does the job for me. It's softer than the Studio Tools, but it gives the same effect as the Studio Tools. And I think this one was actually cheaper than the Studio Tools brush from Target and Walmart. So those are my brushes. And then these are my eyebrow utensils. This is no longer clear. It looks kind of crazy. But this is Ardell Brow Sculpting Gel. And you just use that as a finish. This is the Lash and Brow Growth Accelerator. Really does work. Seriously, I apply it when I clean my face and go through my moisturizing routine and everything. I apply this to my eyelashes and my eyebrows. Good stuff. I found it at Ulta for like $5, I think. So that's all of my skin products, my face products. Well, anyway,